This is my new trolley.
No, it's your new no-no.
Oh, you're so hilarious.
Hold this now. Hold this now. Presenting no-no.
Here is my full-size trolley from Delta Airlines. It was manufactured in 2015, so it's actually not even that old. It's banged up pretty good. I thought the sides would be metal, but this is like a plastic coating over metal. There's the other side. I could have gone half size, which most of these are half size, but I just wanted more space. I don't like how this ID plate is all messed up, but the one on top looks fine. There's a huge gouge on that side. It moves really smooth. Like, that's nice. Oh God. Oh, here's the pedals. If I want to stop it from moving, press the red one down. Ooh, see that?
What about the green one?
The green releases the brake. Now it can move. Oh yeah, look, it doesn't hit the handle. That does feel nice. Okay, let's open it. Woo! Oh my God, I did so much research on trolleys. I would have loved a video that actually showed just how it looked like on the inside. For some reason, when I ordered 2 drawers, I thought one drawer would go all the way across, but in order for 2 people to man this trolley, of course you would have 2 half-size drawers. So here's one half-size drawer, and let's get to the other drawer, which is on the other side. Let's see how this side opens. There's my other drawer. I've seen this on all these trolleys, which is this middle divider, which I'm assuming it's so these 2 sides don't collapse in on itself. One part of this channel just sits on the metal drawer part, or you could have that part sitting. I guess it's just whatever you want. You have so much flexibility with these 2 pieces. These drawers are about $30 a piece on Etsy, and I thought they would probably be flimsy, but they're really not. Look how thick the bottom is, and they're actually pretty heavy. I would assume for me to break this, I would have to drop it from maybe 6 feet on a corner. I think these drawers are made in Kansas. Overland Park, KS, Kansas. The Delta Airlines logo looks different from this one, which is what I know the logo to look like. So I'm guessing this one's older. If you wanted to fill this all up with drawers, you would need 12 total, 6 for each side. You would have to pay $360 for these Delta plastic drawers. Here's how the opening mechanism works. You push it up like that. It opens. If I were to push this down to the closed position, notice a pin comes out. So this open, closed, opened, closed. You try closing it in the closed position, it will not close. You gotta open it in order to close it. Another feature to this trolley, which is pretty cool, which is magnets. That's amazing. I'm hoping to restore this somewhat and make it look prettier. I'm not sure how. I watched a guy wrap his in vinyl. John said that was a bad idea. He thinks it'll look like a big computer tower, but I don't know, I thought it looked nice. To prepare my trolley for the vinyl wrap, I had to remove the ID plates. The best way to do it is to drill out the rivets. Since the rivets were 1/8 inch rivets, I used a 1/8 inch drill bit. Here I'm showing you what not to do, which is drilling out the rivets one after the other. When you do that, you get a buildup of rivet rings around your drill bit, which makes it so you can't drill past where the rivet rings are stuck. To remove the rivet rings, I used a wire cutter, and you should do this each time you drill out a rivet. So this is how I drilled out my rivets. First, I took an awl to punch the center inward. For some reason on this plate, I didn't need to, but for the other plates, there was a pop sound when I did it. Then I put a drop of 3-in-1 oil to lubricate my drill bit and proceeded to drill out a rivet. After drilling, I made sure to remove the rivet ring with my wire cutter. For the second rivet, I noticed that the hole wasn't clear. Keep drilling until the hole is clear and the rivet is gone. For the top 2 rivets, no matter how long I drilled, the rivet wouldn't budge. It's because the rivet can't exit out the back as there's no hole in the back. So it just got stuck. To remove it, I just used my awl to fish it out. All the plates were glued on, so I used my metal putty knife to pry it off. This might not be a good idea because I think I bent some of the thinner plates on top, but this plate is thicker so it didn't bend. In any case, don't forget to wear your eye protection. Oh, awesome. Wear glasses.
Off camera, I removed the 2 metal vents from the door.
It consists of a plastic piece, wire mesh, and the vent. It was easy to remove, but it leaves behind a layer of sealant. This was my least favorite part of the project. I cut myself a few times with my metal putty knife. It was not fun, and I hated it. I spent maybe 2 hours using my putty knife to remove all the caulk or the sealant, whatever they had lining, because I want to get that vinyl wrap right under the edge. And it was so freaking difficult. The second I put goof off, I started actually scratching it up. You can't really tell now because I sanded it a bit. What was really hard was removing the sealant from the inside, because the inside one was actually pretty good, especially around this. I wish I didn't remove it. I didn't do it on the other one because it's just too new, I guess. I'm just gonna clean it up really good with some soap, maybe the cleaner degreaser, but I think I might have to clean it a few times because it's really messy and gross. I just want to make sure it's super clean for the vinyl wrap. I'm gonna work on cleaning up these metal plates. They've been soaking overnight in soapy water. It has this weird smell to it, so I let it soak in the garage. I'm gonna just scrub it, try to get all that adhesive off. Everything is clean. It was actually pretty easy. I highly recommend a plastic putty knife to scrape off the adhesive. If you use a metal putty knife, you will scratch it. While I was washing the cart the other day, I was grossed out to see there was a bunch of hair just stuck within the wheels. So I was like, well, one of these days I'm gonna go clean it. I've cleaned 3 of the wheels so far, and I'm gonna share what I learned. Notice how there's kind of a gravelly sound. I think because there's ball bearings in here, and I just cleaned the grease out. Same thing with here. So don't dump your wheels in soapy water. This wheel's the 3rd wheel I did. I didn't use a bunch of soapy water, and look, see, it sounds fine. They're spinning really fast, which is nice, and the wheels move really fast, but I don't think they're lubricated properly. If you want to just remove some of the hair and not really get deep in there, you could just remove this bolt with an Allen key and then you'd be good to go. But I'm just gonna remove the entire thing because I did that for the other 4. You could use a number 8 crescent wrench. The socket wrench is the way to go. This takes forever. I got my 4 nuts taken off, and I'm just gonna move the plate carefully, place the washers right next to all the nuts. Here's how it looks like underneath. You may be tempted to clean that off. That's just grease to ensure that it glides smoothly and lasts longer, so don't wipe that off. Here's how the bottom of that looks like. I'm just gonna take this over to the counter and clean it up. First step to removing the wheels is grab your Allen key. There's a nut back here, so make sure to not lose that. I remove the bolts. Next, we remove the wheels. Remove all the hair. I found some weird stuff in these wheels. Let's see, whatever that is. That was stuck underneath one of the wheels. It looks like a piece of paper. And what I also found, and I can't find it now, was half of a broken nail. Let's just remove all this hair. See, ew, like what is this? That gross. If you just did that, you could probably just wipe it off and call it a day, but I really do want to get these somewhat clean. Trick is not getting it too clean because you don't want to get rid of any of the lubricant that's still there, unless you're going to replace it. If I could go back in time, I would have bought lubricant so I could do this properly, not have to worry about doing it over again. I'm taking a wet rag and I'm just going to wipe outside areas. And to get into these crevices, just take a toothpick and wipe it off. A lot of this black stuff is where this rubber meets the wheels. This little piece pushes down and it pushes on the brakes. So you get all these like little black flecks. This is how clean it looks now, and it doesn't sound gravelly, so I think I did a good job not cleaning it too much. The next part is to wipe down the wheels. So there's hair inside the wheel and it's kind of tricky to clean it out. Keep the wheel flat. Push one end up. There's space down here. So push one end up, carefully pry it open, and inside you'll see ball bearings. There's always a wheel that's dirtier than the other ones, and this one is not the dirty one. And then what I like to do is take my little tweezers and just remove any hair I see. And then take a rag, I just go around the outside. Tweezers here, I just want to get the outside and try not to clean off the grease on the inside. Let's see the other side. Okay, flip it around, pry it up, and there should be 14 ball bearings. 10, 11, 12, yep, there's one missing. Look, there it is. I could have missed that. What I like to do is take my tweezers and just push up the hair that's wrapped around it, and then you can just all in one go grab all the loose pieces of hair. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a big piece of hair that was inside there. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna clean out the outside and then we'll check out this wheel and see how it looks. Oh, I have a feeling this one's gonna be extra dirty because I see a bunch of hair right there. You can see all the hair that just accumulates inside these. I'm done cleaning up the wheels and now we just put this inside, grab our bolts, grab your nuts. All the other ones had the engravings on the inside, so I'm just gonna do that. Get your Allen key, screw it back in. Nuts in there, and everything's feels smooth. Great. All the wheels are done. It took me 3 hours. Part of it is because I didn't really know what I was doing. Yeah, I highly recommend if you really want to do a nice deep cleaning, make sure to get the right type of lube so you could replace the lube after you washed everything out. After doing this process several times, here are my tips on how to do it effectively. You can't see it, but there's a green 2.5 pound plate that's on top of the backing sitting on the trolley. And it was almost enough to polish the trim and the entire inside of the trolley. Here is the before of my trolley